Most emails are shit. You really don't need to do much to stand out and get a positive reply. Prospection can essentially be narrowed down to 4 things: targeting, data quality, messaging, and deliverability. If you're targeting the right people, your deliverability is healthy, your data is accurate, but you're still not getting replies, that means there's something wrong with your messaging. To solve that, you can follow these 10 golden rules that I put together. They'll ensure you get positive replies, and they can be applied to any email template. First things first, keep it short. If an email's too long, people won't even bother reading it. Stick to less than 50 words if you can. A nice tip too is to only focus on one problem your ICP has per email. If you don't know what problems your ICP has, use this prompt I'm sharing in the description below. 50 to 100 words isn't bad if the quality is good, but there's no reason you can't get to less than 50 if you follow the other golden rules. 2-word subject lines, all lowercase. Your subject line is the first thing a prospect sees, but making it more than 5 words too salesy or adding punctuation sets off big red flags. The best subject lines look boring, are 2 words, and relate to your emails, all in lowercase of course. So good news, it's super easy to change, and even better, it impacts your positive reply rate, not just your open rate, which everyone seems to get wrong. I managed to 5x my positive replies just by changing my subject line. More on that in this video, just up here. Relevant trigger. A trigger is basically a compelling reason to reach out. Right people, right time, right message, as Reach put it. Not saw you worked at company, or came across your LinkedIn profile, or hey, Tal from Lemlist here. That's lazy and will get you ignored. An actual reason like noticed your latest email landed in my spam folder would work if you were, for example, prospecting with Lemwall. I googled some trigger events and got this list, so you can start there. Or if you'd like this resource Beck Holland put together for more in-depth triggers, just comment trigger down below. You can also use a tool like Reach to generate them at scale. Problem focus. In your email, you can't focus on your product, your features, benefits like save time, save money, or pains. Yes, pains. It will work sometimes, but if the pain they had was that bad, they'd have already solved it. Instead, focus on problems. Problems are things that the lead needs to solve in order to hit their targets. Make a list of every problem your ICP has that you solve for. Then you can start writing your emails. And trust me, it makes it so much easier. If you're not sure what type of problem you're solving, you're doomed. And you'll end up talking just about yourself. Won't work, won't get you replies, you may as well not email. Key metric loss aversion. Psychologically, people are twice as likely to avoid loss than chase gain. So writing "will double your revenue" or "our clients get 15K extra per month" is super weak. It's twice as powerful to write "a high churn rate could cost you 5% in revenue every month." Here's a nice little graph to show you what it looks like, and because it's in a graph, you know I'm telling the truth. Solution. If you're going to talk about yourself in terms of a solution, do it properly. Being vague and saying "save you some time" or "improve efficiency" is bullshit and it doesn't work. Super common mistake to make, by the way, this. What you've got to do is you've got to link their most important key metric, then use numbers and proof if you can to make it more credible and clear. For example, our customer success platform reduces churn by 30%. Short CTA. Now this one, I'm going to disagree with myself. Now the best type of CTA is a value-based CTA, as I explained in this video just up here. Now most of you still use interest-based CTAs like I did in this example here. Yes, I too was making this mistake until recently. And they only work if your lead really has an acute, painful problem. Much more effective are value-based CTAs. What it essentially is an offer that you can actually solve for free. Again, use this prompt to make a list of all the solutions you provide, then work them into a value-based CTA just like these ones here. Now I've seen 1 to 5% positive reply rates comfortably using this tactic without having to niche down my target audience very much at all. Simple language. The more complicated the email, the harder it is to understand. You're not writing a book or a blog, you're writing an email. You don't get more replies by writing well about your product. You get replies when they read it, digest it, and understand how you solve their problems. Use simple words, no exaggeration or hyperbole. Avoid adverbs like revolutionary or incredibly, and keep it simple. Something a 10-year-old would understand. Think about that. And write in a neutral tone. That's the best to get replies. Line breaks. A really bad email will sometimes work if it's digestible. People scan your emails nowadays, so make it scannable and mobile friendly. Super important, that one, because at least 7 out of 10 people will read their email first on their mobile. Blocks of text are a huge red flag. Easy rule to remember is to add a line break every time you see a full stop. Quick win, that one. Side note, I'm convinced people feel a kind of subconscious sense of accomplishment when they finish your email. People respect you more if you manage to write an email that they actually read, so keep every line engaging and make it flow on to the next one. No fluff, it's an email, not a pillow. The king of red flags is adding stuff stuff that's irrelevant in your email. No one cares about you, your product, or its features. They care about solving their own problems, just like you. Problems that are stopping them hitting their targets more specifically, or problems that mean they're missing out on overachieving their targets. That's also a problem. Different type of problem, but it's a problem all the same. So take a look at these fluff words here and get rid of anything that sounds anything like that. If you're not sure, comment your emails down below and I'll review it for you. Follow these golden rules and you'll be in the top 5% of email prospectors. Honestly, the bar's pretty low. Let me know in the comments if there's any other best practices that you use, and don't forget to subscribe if you want more prospection tips just like this.